Right then, last but not least, the Sports Glide. The VFR and the ZZR I will definitely be soaring today, I think, and that'll be them down for the winter period. This I'll probably soar at the end of the month. I might still have a job to get done on it. Basically getting the new end can fitted and tune, but I'm still debating that at the moment, whether I'll do that this year or next year. God, it is so different getting on this after being on those two big sports bikes. I really like the feet forward position on Harleys, and I really like the easy nature of them. It's just something that I've always liked, big V twins, and I just enjoy the cruiser stance. I always have. I've had all types of cruisers. When I do my wall of shame, you'll see what ones I've had in the past, so they're not new to me. I've been in and out of cruisers for quite a few years. Right, so I'll try and repeat the procedure here and take you on the journey and have a few wee words at the end of it. Enjoy! here's a Harley then. The last one of the day. It is cold, I am frozen, I'm struggling to even get my strap done back up on my helmet. It's so cold, my hands are freezing. The first bike had the heated grips and that was great, but it's deteriorated since then. But here is my Sports Glide with all its little extra bits on it, the crash bars, the oil cooler cover, the taller screen, and of course the sissy bar, along with the fender extender, which you can see down there, and the sissy bar at the back here. Right, so that's my wee adventure for today. Over 3 round trips of about, I don't know how far that would be, maybe about 12-13 miles, something like that. Just a chance to get all the bikes run out. It's very noisy here. This is a nice wee spot, but there's a lot of cars pass by. Sports Glide, what can I say? It's absolutely fantastic. It's so different from, you know, these sports bikes. And I was primarily brought up on sports bikes. They were my bread and butter for a lot of my younger life. But somewhere along the middle of there, I did find cruisers, and I have loved them ever since. I love big V-twins. And I know that Harleys, you know, they don't, you know, you're either into Harleys or you're not. And if you're outside of the Harley world, you can look in on it and think there's a lot of snobbery and it's all about money and wealth and all that kind of stuff. And there is an element of that, is true. But there's also a good community, and if you're in a local club or something, it can be full of, you know, just decent people who just love riding their bikes. The thing about Harleys is they like to get out and ride. The groups go and do loads and loads of miles, and they organise lots of trips. So it is worth being part of that for that alone. The windscreen, I'm quite deaf anyway, and that's just something I was born with. But wind buffer never really bothers me in my helmet. It's not something I ever really think about. I've never really bothered about it because I've always been on bikes where, well, you know, you're not always protected. The screen definitely, for 100%, it definitely takes away the buffeting on my chest. I have no buffeting on my chest. I can feel a bit of wind with my helmet, but it doesn't really bother me. All different bikes, but all beautiful to ride. I'm really lucky to be in a world where I own them, and I really look forward to enjoying them. I have, of course, got my VFR 750 that I really do love riding. For me, it's one of the greatest bikes ever made, and hopefully get that back on the road next year after its wee sort of refurbishment. And I have got another bike that's hiding undercover, and I've kept that secret, but that is my main project for the workshop, and we'll get to that when time comes. I hope you've enjoyed the 3 videos. It will be interesting because I think that I'm not bothered about views. I don't bother about how many views my videos get. I obviously don't get that many, to be honest with you. I have reached over 100 subscribers, so thank you to everybody who subscribed. I'm really chuffed that I've got as many people as that who actually want to watch anything I do. I think the ZZR will have the most interest. I'm going to separate the videos up and put them up as 3 separate videos. I think the ZZR will win hands down when it comes to people. People love that bike. It's got such a, you know, it's why I don't understand it's not become a real classic and it's not really sought after. And maybe that will come in time, but, you know, there's so many of them have just gone to waste now, or, you know, they're so run down, they're not being looked after. It's quite hard to find a really nice one in the kind of condition that mine's is in. It will be interesting to see, but I think that'll capture probably the most attention. And then I think the Harley and the VFR, which I don't understand with the VFR, it's not really got a keen following. I think it's a bike that missed a lot of people for some reason, and the people who know it are just that small community who have owned it. You know, it was only in production for 6 years, so there's not a mass of them out there. But it is a fantastic bike, and hopefully next year I'll be able to demonstrate that when I take it up north and repeat the 500-mile day. And the Harley, it's just a different world. It's just a different world to be in, and it's a real. I love the Harley, and I love the Sports Glide. I think I've made a great choice in stepping down to the lighter bike. As much as I loved the Ultra, and it had everything. It had everything. The protection on it was just amazing. But it just was far too heavy for me, and I had to go. And I'm really delighted with the step down to Sports Glide. And I think once I get another end can on it and get it a tune, it runs, you know, it almost feels like it's hunting sometimes. And I think that with the Euro 5 emissions, it's just not suiting the engine tune. So I've got a new end can and I'll get a new tune, and that's the one where I'm trying to decide between the Hanson Vines FP4 or the Dawn Performance tune. The latter, I've heard good things about it, but I don't get a tuner with that. It's just a tune and that's it. It's quite expensive. If I buy the FP4 at least, I've got that on the bike and I can, you know, later on do any tuning myself. So I'm just deciding between those two. Anyway, I'm going to end it, like I say, at that and call it a day. Very cold today, very cold. But nice crispy day, you know, a nice day to be out on a bike apart from the bloody cold. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care and I'll catch up with you some other point. Thank you. Bye for now.